This is Beyond the Big Screen podcast with your host, Steve Guerra.
Here is another Beyond the Big Screen teaser for episodes coming soon. I hope you enjoy and definitely tune in for future episodes. If you want to learn more, you can head over to beyondthebigscreen.com. You can also send me an email to steve@a2zhistorypage.com or follow us on social media by searching for A2Z History. I will see you next time beyond the big screen.
Yeah, I think you're quite right. Most people associate the Normans with William the Conqueror, 1066 and all that. But there is there's another totally different story about them in the south. The conquest of England was undertaken by the king, mobilizing the whole of the resources of his territory and bringing in allies. And it was a major project led from the top downwards. The activities in the south, in Italy and Sicily in particular, they were much more piecemeal, and they happened on a much slower timescale over decades rather than in 1 year in 1066. With Normans going on crusade to Jerusalem, and in order to get to Jerusalem, they used to travel through Italy and take the ship over from Italy to sort of Greece, the Greek area, travel across Greece and down to Turkey and down to Jerusalem. So that it was the process of pilgrimage, of which they were very keen, and they went, because of the general circumstances, they went as armed pilgrims in order to protect themselves and perhaps even to to get hold of supplies on their way.
All the same, it was a real shock when suddenly these Viking raiders, and the reason is not just because, it certainly doesn't because the Anglo-Saxons themselves were so pacific. They fight among each other all the time. There's wars constantly among the five kingdoms that make up modern day England, not to mention between Anglo-Saxon and Scots, Anglo-Saxon and Picts, to the north, and the Welsh. Forget it. It's constant warfare. But what made it such a shock was the way in which the Vikings, this is one of the main points I make in the Viking Heart, that they bring a new technology, which is a seaborne technology, the longship, that gives them the ability to administer a level of shock and awe with their attacks, which are so quick, so unexpected, and are able to hit them where they aren't, that their opponents are completely flummoxed. They're really helpless against this constant drumbeat because you don't know where they're going to attack next. And by the time you raise enough troops and march down to the coast in order to defeat them, they're gone. They've already taken off. So that's the real challenge. It isn't so much that the Vikings were so violent, warlike compared to the other peoples of the time. It's that their shock and awe tactics took everybody aback and gave them this incredible advantage that it took a long time for their opponents in the rest of Europe, including the Anglo-Saxons, to really adjust and to be able to take the defensive measures they needed to really protect and secure their borders.